All right, everybody, welcome back. 4-3 CS. We have another exciting match. I'm Jump Penny with my partner Hawkshaw here. Very excited, guys. I see we already have some subs in the chat from Twit, I think. Thank you so much. That's awesome to see, dude. What a hero. And listen, I'm not going to be biased for your team just because into those subs. I'm sure you guys saw the video that went up. Very exciting stuff. Some great plays all around. We have the fixtures for the rest of this week. Now, I believe there might be one match scheduled. There could be a change here. The Havoc Catalyst match could possibly change, but we have Havoc versus Catalyst. That's going to be an exciting matchup. Both teams coming off of wins, and both teams have a player casting this game. Obviously, I'm a member of Havoc, Hawkshaw and Catalyst, so we're going to try not to go at each other today. We're going to keep it friendly. We're going to do our I'll get down through potatoes, and then I'll let you have a shot. First, we have New Haven University at Riot. That's another exciting matchup. I believe Riot taking a map against Nightshade, who we'll see tonight, who is a very impressive team. So that'll be a good matchup there. We have Potatoes and Bad at Overwatch, both of them looking to get their first win. One of them's going to come out with it. Excited to see who can prove what. Hawkshaw, do you want to do the last two here?
Yeah. Then we got Ascent versus WVU Mountaineers. We'll see if WV Mountaineers can redeem themselves and pick up their first win of the season when they play Ascent. And yeah.
Yeah, and then of course, the only match left is the one we're about to hop into. I cannot wait for what we're about to see. It looks like, do we already have our map? Maybe we're going to Busan, but I believe there's actually one more thing. We go to the let's see, we went the fixtures. Is there anything else I'm missing here? Yes, we can look at the current rankings, of course. Everybody needs to see this. Rankings after week 1 are very big. Actually, 4-3 Havoc, dude. We look like we're number 5 because of map differential. So you see in week 1 that map differential playing a big role. Obviously, because it was a really close match between us and WVU. Great match. If you're looking for something after this stream, I'd recommend watching any of the matches we've already had up on YouTube and the Twitch VODs. But that map differential is really big, and we could see that play into the later seasons. But I think with this many teams, I think as we get into more weeks, the wins and losses will matter a little bit more. But right now, 4-3 Catalyst, you guys, after 3-0ing your match, are up at the top, I believe. Or no, I think you still lost them. No, okay, yeah, you are above Nightshade, who did lose a map, and are playing here tonight. So we do have an issue here, so we'll just have a quick stall. Maybe we're getting a sub in here, actually. That's exciting to see. Shouldn't be too long to get in here, though. But yeah, Havoc again at number 5. So we're just teetering above the teams with losses, obviously, because our match was one of the closest. And obviously, I would say that WVU is a very strong opponent. So I'm excited to see. I believe they'll start jumping up here in the later weeks in those rankings. What do you think about currently the bottom half? Who do you think, other than WVU, has the highest chance to maybe make some improvements and get some wins here and maybe hop up in the rankings as the weeks go on, Hawkshaw?
I'm not sure since we've only seen one game from each team.
Of
But
course, of
as you
course.
said, I think once we go into the later weeks, we'll be able to see who will stand out as the strong links and who will be in the middle and who will really be considered as the weaker links. And I'm excited to see how that will shape going into week 2. Um, Starting with this game as well, both Nightshade and Charge of Blue coming off of wins, I believe, from their
Yeah.
last games. So we'll see who can start a bit of an early streak here and maybe gain some momentum going into the next few weeks of the season.
Well, yeah, and to keep the similarities between them going, each of them only dropped one map to their opponents, which I think are pretty strong, respectively. Therefore, I think so far this looks like a very even matchup on paper. On paper, I'm excited to see who gets the early start because, as we saw, for example, when Havoc played WVU, that even when a team gets up early, it doesn't mean they can't drop maps later. We took the 2 control maps, we were feeling good, and then later we're dropping 2 maps and it's suddenly really close. So, of course, we know comebacks can happen. You got to watch out. But an early lead means momentum, which I think is a really big thing in Overwatch. So we're going to go in here on to Busan. Very excited to see what these teams are rolling out with. Nightshade, notably, they do have a tank substitute that we could see as well as one on each role possible. Red Barrel right now in for Suspect. Both of those main tank players are huge. Excited to see what they can do because they got MJ Reyes. They're lining up against it. I cannot believe this guy. His team was down bad, and then suddenly he put them on his back and hit shatter after shatter to bring them back, and he played a really good game there. So excited to see this main tank matchup, honestly. With the subs, can MJ Reyes hold out against 2 brilliant main tank masters?
Absolutely. I think it could definitely be a good matchup. He definitely played well in the main tank duel when Charger Blue played New Haven Varsity, and we'll see how that how he goes into Red Barrel, Suspect, and Twid in this match. And now we're going to Busan Downtown. This is more of the dive-oriented map, and when we saw Nightshade play Riot, we did see a little bit of the dive come out from when they played on Ilios, and it did work well for them a little bit, despite them losing that map. But we'll see how each team goes into it here.
It's actually a really good note. Nightshade did run that dive and lose that map. It did get them some momentum, but weren't able to cap it off. Another notable player on Charger Blue here is RKO Avi, a great Lucio player who we saw with some stunning environmentals and some great kills in the last game, and I believe in the play of the weeks as well, which a great video that I believe you guys already just saw. So coming fresh off of that, and Scythe as well. Both players looking to continue their hot streaks. Maybe we'll see another play of the week in this game. A strong one as well, as these main tanks are hitting each other. The spam's coming out. That's Emerald on the Widow, and Scythe not on the Widow, which you might expect. Actually on the McCree to help out the Brawl. MJ Reyes is going low because of it. Emerald is looking for a pick, but it's Twid. Twid goes down to MJ Reyes in the front line. And when your Zarya goes down, that's hard. Obviously, Icemont on the D.Va has the mobility to get into the back line and get 2 kills. Ink Splash goes down first, and Red Barrel follows. And you know that's one thing about that Zarya. It's a lot easier to get caught out because you don't have those boosters. The D.Va has Hawkshot. What did you see there that was the big difference maker for Charger Blue?
I think it was Twid getting walled off super early. He got walled off by Paka, and he couldn't escape. And then he just ended up dying, and then some more picks from the rest of Charger Blue came in, and that allowed them to take the point here. And now Paka is already almost up at this Blizzard, and MJ Reyes up in that Shatter Charge over Red Barrel.
Oh my gosh. And there's the Shatter. Does get blocked, though. Red Barrel was ready. He's been doing his homework despite the Mirror Fire Strike. You can't block that one with shield, and Scythe goes down because of it. Oh no, Red Barrel's off the map. I think he pinned off. He's gone. And Icemont is trying to recover, or not recover, take advantage as Emerald finds a pick on Ink Splash. Red Barrel is gone right now. MJ Reyes making big plays, and it was Busan where we saw MJ Reyes establish strong main tank dominance. And right now, Red Barrel, frankly, putting up good effort with that block, but unfortunately, a slight blunder pinning off the map there. He's falls, has to recover and respawn.
Yeah, and look
good
at that.
Point,
MJ
by the way,
Reyes,
about that May pick.
Yeah, no problem. And MJ Reyes, already 80% to another shatter. He's about to lap Red Barrel. Look at that.
Oh, no. You do hate to see that. You can block one, but he's going to get another before you get your first. And Red Barrel going off the map looks to recover now. Your Zarya doesn't quite have the grab for that grab dragon, so Scythe is going to look to take advantage. He has that high noon. Can he do something big with it? Paka on the Blizzard. It's going to catch a lot of members. Wait a minute. They have to use ults to get out of this. Red Barrel is not going to survive with the beat. They're trying to build the grab dragon. He falls, almost goes off the map, but he's climbing right back. That grab comes out, gets eaten. Ice Manta is making huge plays. That's a big D.Va difference so far. The D.Va pick has been absolutely massive in how it's been played for UAH Chargers Blue. Are trying to clean up his points. Scythe found a pick. Red Barrel, wait a minute. He's got a shatter. They're not out of it yet, but MJ Reyes comes back, shatters everybody on Nightshade, and they're going to go down. Trying to find some picks, but it's not going to be quite enough. Charger Blue looking to take the first round of Busan.
Wow. I think right there, that was just superior main tank or superior tank play from Ice Manta and MJ Reyes.
I'm sure MJ Reyes was just pinning off the map. I'm sure he wasn't at all trying to make a call back. No way he would do that. My toxicity is coming out and even thinking that he would do that, but did have to point that out.
Yeah, MJ Reyes hit a 4-man shatter at the end there. Sort of one-upping Red Barrel. Very unfortunate for 4-1-3 Nightshade there, and that's a brutally dominant first round win for UAH Charger Blue. And now, I think we might see a bit of the same thing here on Sanctuary, except maybe they might flip off of the Widow if on the side of Charger Blue, but we'll see.
Yeah, that Widow was big for them. The way they played their brawl was a little bit more defensive, allowing that Widow to pop off, and then Twid finds himself walled off because of Paka. When you're trying to avoid the Widow sight lines, it's hard to do that and avoid the Mei without falling into some kind of trap. But now Charger Blue is aggressively taking this barrel, the wall off. MJ Reyes gets low, but he's still alive. Nightshade walled off right now, trying to break it, and it does go down. They're going to be able to recover, but they don't have the room. Nightshade has the space to take right now. And they do. They make a big boop that clears the room, but Emerald finds a pick with that. And that's a really big thing about this Widow comp. Despite the pick from Twid, when you try to take space, you walk into dangerous sightlines of that Widow. And there, Emerald capitalizes on the enemy team's push with a great pick. And Charger Blue is looking really strong right off the bat against Nightshade.
Yeah, and the Widow pick is a little bit unorthodox, especially on Sanctuary here. On Downtown you would see it a bit more, but now they're playing on a Sanctuary, and they're making it work. Now Scythe is going to mirror the Widow, so we're pretty much going to see mirror comps with the exception of Ice Manta on the D.Va and Twid on the Zarya. We do have a bit of a DC here, so...
yeah, pause. And it was Scythe going onto the Widow. I will say Scythe's a very strong Widow player, so that duel could be huge. Yeah. They could look to turn things around. Emerald, though, no joke, this man's huge. So, and they're playing it really well. Like, I'm actually really impressed with how Chargers Blue is playing this comp, right? They're taking the space in the room, and then once they get pushed out, they're staying alive. That's the key thing. And then they kite, and Emerald finds a pick there. Absolutely huge play from them. Last time, they found the wall on Nightshade, so they know when to pick to let their DPS do these really interesting things. Mei takes space in an interesting way, and Widow takes space in an interesting way. As you saw there, they used it to their advantage on both of the first points. Those tricky DPS, you got to watch out for them. And now Nightshade's being forced to mirror. We do have a pause, but curious to see if Ink Splash is coming back or if we have a sub. That could be big for Nightshade. Ink Splash is a huge player, so I'm not sure what they decide to do there. It depends on the DC. MJ Reyes has Shatter, Hawkshaw. That's big. He's had Shatter first every time.
Yeah, he's playing very well in this Ryan duel. And I think it's sort of Ice Manta on the D.Va that's really helping complement that main tank play and just making it work so well. And like you said, with the way they're just kiting and letting Emerald get those picks on the Widow, that's really just how they're making the magic happen with this Widow pick.
Yeah, all MJ Reyes had to do was, stay alive. He took the space early, let him kite back, and staying alive was big. Now he has a Shatter online from that early aggression that Red Barrel maybe wasn't able to copy. So right now they're at an interesting point where UAH Charger Blue have capped the point. They have 20%. So Nightshade, they're not down yet, right? They can totally turn this map around. And obviously, even if they go down this map, it really doesn't mean too much. So curious to see where this could go. If you're Nightshade, you really have to try to get this ult advantage in your favor, because right now it's certainly not that way.
Right, and yeah, it's hard to come back on that ult advantage when you're down already down 20% on this map. We'll see if they
Yeah.
can manage to pull it back.
That fight lasted so long too. I mean, I know we were kind of re-engaging here, so they did get kind of a quick re-engage, but at the end of the day, 20% is really good to take off first fight.
Yeah. And we'll see how and looking at both Mays on both sides here.
Oh yeah.
We see Pocket nearing that blizzard as already. And I think
Right.
that could be big in these upcoming fights for UAH Charger Blue.
Yeah,
Seeing
Scythe
as he's
just had
also
to
only a
swap.
little under halfway. Yeah.
Yeah, Scythe just had to swap too, so they're ahead on the Widow, they're ahead on the May. They could be ahead on the Lucio. I'm not sure. I believe with this lobby, I believe the Lucio will maybe get their ult charge back. So if that's the case, I'm not sure who was ahead there, and that could be a salvaging point for Nightshade. If so, but they're losing it on the Baptiste as well, and obviously Diva and Zarya are in a mirror, but you may be expected even to be a little bit ahead. That doesn't really shock me too much, especially after winning the first fight. But the fact that almost everybody probably everybody on UAH Charger Blue is ahead on ult. Does just reflect that they won first fight, but it's obviously a sign of a snowball that Nightshade has to try to stop someone.
Yeah. And yeah,
And
it's going to be rough. Go
yeah, the
ahead.
mirror comp, it can it can be really hard. It makes sense to just say, hey, we're gonna mirror, especially if you think you can win the Widow duel, but it can be hard to turn around when you're already down on ults because of it. That could be an issue.
Yeah.
And I think we could go to a short intermission here. We'll let you know if we come back, but do stay tuned. I mean, obviously, we're going to be back. This pause will be over shortly, so please do stay tuned. I'm curious, though, because if okay, really quickly, I keep talking about the game, but just there's so much to look at here because Ice Monta, right, eating that, it was the Grav, right? Yeah, it was the
Yeah.
Grav that destroyed the Grav Dragon combo. That was so huge. Now Ice Monta is ahead on ult again and can also still eat that Grav if Twit isn't careful. So stay around, everybody. I think we're going to go to a short intermission here. We'll be right back after the pause.
Yep.
All right, everybody, we are coming back. We have a sub, we have a fill, everything's good, and we're going to get more Overwatch. Of course, I'm excited about that. How can I not be? Very excited. More OCS action coming at you right now. We are unpausing. I'm so excited, Laksha.
Yep, we'll see how this goes.
Oh, Emerald and Scythe are dueling early. Right as we... Oh, Scythe gets it! Scythe gets it, and that's exactly what Nightshade needed to do.
Yep. We'll see if that can take a turn, if that turns the tides of this upcoming fight.
Yeah, they have to hope they can follow up off of it. If so, they're on the point now, brawling it out. Scythe is looking for another pick, but MJ Reyes has that shatter. Big shatter! It's a 4-man from MJ Reyes, and down goes Red Barrel as a result, who did finally get shatter, but not in time. Emerald finds a big pick on the Scythe, finds another pick right now, and obviously Scythe did find the Widow pick, but after a huge shatter like that, Emerald's able to come back and get some revenge for his team. Chargers blew off the back of a huge shatter take that.
Pick not being enough from Scythe did win the Widow duel, but unfortunately that shatter was just too much for Nightshade to handle. Now Red Bull has his shatter, and Nightshade is almost at this grab breeze combo, but the sights are coming out now from Emerald, and now UAH Charger Blue knows exactly where they are, and they just go in immediately with that Blizzard.
Oh, Red Barrel shatters one, stuns another, goes down, but Scythe gets the Widow duel again. More tanks going down, though. Red Barrel and Heat Falls are down now. Nightshade trying to cap the point, but a brawl breaking out in the room. Sadfire going down. And the sub is huge. Coming in now, trying to get this point. That's Puddles coming in. With just a little bit of big shatter, though, from MJ. Reyes finds everyone on point. And it's a 99. There we go. Charger Blue taking the first map. Nightshade's going to have to look to recover here.
Yeah, pretty big statement coming out from Charger Blue, especially on downtown, where they just absolutely dominated 4-3 Nightshade. With picks not really going the way of 4-3 Nightshade on this downtown. And look at that shatter.
Oh my gosh.
Massive.
The shatters were huge from MJ Reyes, and he gets play of the game as a result of it. We saw him get play of the game the last time he played Busan as well. This man is a Busan legend. Who's absolutely continuing his dominance on Busan. What a great play from MJ Reyes.
Yeah, and we'll see where this leads to. We're going to go into a short 3-minute intermission as we get started with map 2, and we'll see you guys on the other side there.
right, everybody, we're going Kings Row, courtesy of Nightshade's pick. Kings Row is a big map. Obviously, after going down in the brawl, they actually swap out Red Barrel for Suspect, coming in fresh, who could be big. He got to see MJ Reyes dominate Busan, and now he's looking to try to change things up for his team, Nightshade, with a DPS lineup swap as well. Now, Autumn, formerly, maybe you might have known him as Uber Eats in the other game, if you're just curious for keeping up through the matches. So Autumn and Prism, that's a full DPS swap. So they go to two players who I'm actually really excited to see play today, especially with the double swap out. And now that they have this fill, this is a dynamic lineup that could look to shake things up against Chargers Blue, who had a dominant first match.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Autumn and Prism, both two very strong DPS players, and we'll see how that changes the tides of this match. This could be that sort of movie arc, like we saw when Nightshade played Riot, where they just came back and won 3 more maps. But we'll see.
That's true. Yeah, Nightshade hasn't won a control yet, so maybe they look to keep things consistent.
Yeah, and as we're going into Kings Row here, I want to mention one thing. Once we hit 413 followers on our Twitch, we'll be doing a giveaway of $41.30 in Blizzard balance that you can use for anything in the Blizzard store. So if you're there when we hit that follower mark, you'll have a chance to win that giveaway. So
Hawkshaw, that's such a generous giveaway. Are we sure we can do that? I mean, that's just so generous. Are you sure that's right? Wow, yeah. That's awesome. We're just so nice. I mean, frankly, it's almost like your follow is just free value to you. That's absolutely ridiculous. I can't believe that.
Absolutely. It's definitely going to be hype. And along with that, you'll be able to see when we're live again, when we'll have more of these matches. We'll have a few more coming up this week. You don't want to miss those either. And now we're getting started on Kings Row here. Brawl on both sides once again. We'll see how this goes.
And make sure you participate in that poll in the chat. I know you've been hogging those channel points, and I want to make it skewed. Don't let me skew this poll by myself, Mr. Caster. Suspect and Reyes are pinning each other. Both are down, but it's Reyes who finds himself dead. Suspect with a big play there. Both Ryans pinning and saying, hey, I'm going to let my team play the game today. I did the engagement and everything. You guys have fun. Trade it out. At the end of the day, Nightshade takes that first fight. And it's a quick re-engage here, Hawkshaw.
Yeah, look at this. And Emerald is back on the Twitter, and now he's taking the high ground. This could work. He's taking multiple angles, but I don't know if it will work if Alex is going down immediately to a fire strike. But that's traded out for Suspect, who then gets res with Cuddles on that Mercy. Wow. Looks like Emerald has been spotted on the high ground. He's super low. Has to try and get away for a bit.
That's a really unique Mercy pick. I almost didn't notice it, and then that res came in huge. Suspect back up now as Autumn finds a late pick on Emerald there, who was, frankly, really dominant for Chargers Blue on that first map. Emerald and Pocket, two great DPS who can be really dangerous if you don't look out. So now, let's see if Pocket... Emerald goes onto the Tracer, actually. For this engagement is MJ Reyes coming through, gets Maywalled, so he's delayed, but not split off by Prism, who comes in with the freeze that doesn't get eaten. That's huge. If you can keep Ice Monster from freezing, or from eating your freeze, you can find 2 picks. Suspect cleans up the support line now. Chargers Blue are reeling. After taking the first map, they're finding it a bit more challenging to get through Suspect in his King's Row.
Huge Blizzard out from Prism early. He's that super early and immediately from Charger Blue. And that's going to halt them. That's 2 minutes off the clock already for their attack. And they're going to be running into even more ultimates here. Nightshade just a little bit ahead on a good number of these ultimates.
Yeah, very brawl dominant map, so I was surprised to see this Mercy actually working so well as Prism finds a wall, a freeze that leads to a huge grab from Twid. This one not eaten. The Immor is going to let Suspect swing like crazy on MJ Reyes and block that shatter with godlike precision. Paka finds one though, and there's 2 following up off the ultimate. Suspect held strong, does get rezzed, and a pick from Nightshade might not be enough though. They'd have to do a miracle. A Suspect looking to get some ult. He did block shatter, but it just wasn't quite enough. Didn't have a shatter of his own in time and goes down now. After a valiant stand by Nightshade, they bled plenty of timeout. Chargers Blue finally do cap this point, and they're pushing strong now.
Yeah, definitely not a bad hold from Nightshade. And the good thing about this is that they'll have a full 6 here for this point B hold, for this Streets phase hold. Oh my god!
Oh,
did you see that?
Autumn
And the
just
shadow
on
top of it.
Oh, big plays from Nightshade. A bomb doesn't find much as Twid finds 2 more. Autumn continuing to clean up the point. And Nightshade, even after giving up the point, just continue to dominate now, finding another win, forcing Chargers Blue to maybe take a new rotation here, it looks like.
Yeah, Autumn stunned Emerald out of that pulse bomb, and he couldn't do anything with it. And now, Emerald has gone to mirror the McCree, and Ice Manta is on the Zarya now. This is good for Twid, as he's going to be way up in that grab volt charge here. He's 85 to that grab.
And
they're
Chargers
still holding
Blue. And after the first shatter, you have another one online way ahead of Suspect after Suspect did hit a pretty nice shatter. Now Autumn does find a pick here. Gonna be huge for Nightshade. Emerald finds one back though. Might and Tank down for Nightshade. That gives Chargers Blue a clear advantage, but you gotta be careful. If you're MJ Reyes, you're pushing into a prickly enemy opponent comp who, meanwhile, you're down your McCree. Now the High Noon just stalling out this push into the grab. MJ Reyes, frankly, has a lot of pressure on him. It's a big shatter that only finds 1. RKO Abby, sometimes 1 is all you need. But when your Lucio's down, you can't get there and you get frozen. You get lamped. May now trying to hold something. Cryo on point, but you're going to be out of position. Prism. Suspect coming in out of nowhere to save it with the pin and a mirror. Coming through to follow up from Nightshade. That's absolutely massive. Autumn uses that to find a pick on the Halix, who does go down for Chargers Blue, who are struggling after a few picks and a massive shatter from Suspect. Chargers Blue struggling to gain momentum on King's Row.
Yeah, that was a very risky commit to from forward through Nightshade being down Suspect in that fight. But they managed to stall it out for long enough for him to come back and use that Earth Shatter, as well as a couple other ultimates. Twid is already 66% to a second grab.
Wow. That's huge. That grab could come in big, but the DPS ults online for Chargers Blue are massive as well. Ice Manta with the grab as well, coming in now. Could be online in time as they start to engage on the point. They're storming over it. The freeze catches a few, and whoa! A huge Vibrating Cryo keeps MJ Reyes from pinning out of the freeze. What a cryo from Prism, but wait a minute. There's a Death Blossom in the backline, and Prism yet again makes a play, taking it out. Emerald's High Noon coming through, but Chargers Blue don't have too many resources to go with, and they have to avoid this High Noon. Autumn slowly walking around the corner, but he's going to have to draw it. Do they know? Do they know? El No Sabe, but now they're coming in. They do know eventually. He had to have let it go as Ice Manta finds Suspect down. Chargers Blue are making a push here on King's Row.
And there's the momentum being gained back in favor of Charger Blue here. 43 seconds left as they're about to round this last corner on Streets phase. And this is exactly what they needed. That was a big blossom as well from Paco. Wanted to point that out. I think that was really what helped make a big opening for them. And now the grabs are out from both sides here.
Oh, big beat.
No one touches
to save them from the grab. No one touches. Chargers Blue go right through into the second point after a struggle in the Streets phase. The second half of Streets phase was really nothing. The wall from Prism gets broken, leading into the mirror. They do have a pick right now. Nightshade wants to engage and stop this push. They have another pick, and here they go. They're going to run on to the point now. Big shatter, but you probably didn't need it if you're Suspect. Obviously, you'll shatter whatever you can get. Prism does go down. Not going to matter with the res coming through. You don't have res for a little bit maybe, but not really that big of a deal. Still on this Mercy, which has actually been a huge pick for Nightshade so far.
Yeah, definitely been a few clutch reses coming out from Cuddles on this Mercy. You usually don't see it in this brawl comp, but it's sort of working out for 4th and Nightshade. It's down to a minute left here, as the Blizzard from Prism is committed very early here, and Halix is down immediately off of it.
Prism making big plays all day long. That freeze is another one of them, but a trade is going to come through as Prism finds the enemy main tank. Man, that is brutal. Prism making big plays. That Blizzard earlier and then the cryo to keep Reyes from pinning out. Finding big picks, and there goes Suspect. Doing what every Rhine main loves to do and finding the pin from out of nowhere. As now that's going to cause a bit more of a stagger for Chargers Blue, who are going to struggle to get third point. They have the ult, but they don't have the numbers there.
Yep, that's definitely going to sell out at least a little bit of time here. Now we're going down to final fight territory here as MJ Reyes has the shatter. The Paca is down early.
You hate to see it, the high noon being forced out now. They want to try to win this fight while they can, and a big pick's going to make it winnable. Suspect is up high, and he takes a lot of damage and gets shattered for it. So does the rest of his team. Prism forced the wall to try to stop this, but maybe they get staggered longer. Prism dying on the point so that his supports can get out. That's a huge play from Prism. What a massive sacrifice, and now maybe because of that Nightshade, going to have a chance at a retouch. They have Shatter, they have Valk, they are facing up against a grab, but they have the mirror as well. A lot of ultimates are going to be coming online for both teams here. Chargers blue with the momentum. A big shatter from Suspect, as always, finds 3. There's the mirror, and they continue to roll through this point. Chargers blue are dying as we speak. Nightshade, stop the cap. Chargers blue are, I think, going to struggle here. Nightshade is a strong team. Can you stop them from capping all 3, Hawkshaw? What do you think?
I don't know. Given how aggressive they were on their defense, I think it could be very difficult for Charger Blue to stop them, because we just saw Nightshade just ulting first so early, just ulting early so much, and that's exactly how you win in this brawl mirror, just using your ults early and aggressively. And 4-3 Nightshade, I think, despite them giving up 2 points, that's what helped them just run down that time bank and eventually stop them on 3rd point. And I think that could play a big part into their attack here.
Yeah, Nightshade really showing that they're no easy team to show up against. Especially when, Suspect gets to check out the main tank to a little bit, at least read how his main tank is doing. And if he doesn't like it, he swaps in and plays an amazingly strong Reinhardt here on King's Row. MJ Reyes is maybe going to have to adjust in some way if possible, because Suspect's playing great. I got to say, though, they made an impressive push through the streets phase. They did get stopped before 3rd, however, so they're going to have to do something tricky on defense, and this is maybe where Chargers Blue could show their Busan strength, where they kited the enemy team into some tricky DPS situations. Let's see if they can do that again here.
Now we're seeing them a creep May here on the side of Charger Blue and on the side of Nightshade, so it's going to be a full mirror here. The Ryan Zarya, creep May, and the Bap Lucio.
Early wall.
And look at that, Nightshade is pushing it so fast.
Nightshade comes through. They get 3 through the wall, so therefore Chargers Blue can't really engage on that many as the wall goes down early. They get the lamp. Nightshade doesn't have their lamp now, so they push off. They get Maywall, no lamp for either team. Here we go, full out brawl with no lamp. That's what everybody wants Overwatch to be like, and here it is. No bubbles. There, MJ Reyes gets 1, but Twid finds Icemond on the Zarya, so Icemond's a bit on the Diva, but right now gets dominated on the Zarya, goes down. Emerald finds Cuddles, that's a huge pick though. Emerald on the DPS, playing huge all day, and a big shatter from MJ Reyes, gets blocked slightly, does find some, but Suspect gets blocked as well. Trades are coming through for both teams. Twid finds another pick. It's hard to win when Twid's here in the late fight on this Zarya. Suspect just holding shield and letting Twid go to work, and now he gets to swing himself. Big push from Nightshade, certainly. Setting the pace right now. Chargers Blue have to recover here.
Yeah, that's a very good push from 4-3 Nightshade. Both tanks just doing a lot. Suspect building that shatter early. MJ Reyes tried getting value out of that shatter, unfortunately just used in vain. And now look at this, they're pushing up again here.
And yet again, both Rhymes spin into each other, letting their team duel it out before they wake back up. A lot of ultimates are being popped right now. It's pretty hard to keep track of. Trades coming through for both teams, but at the end of the day, UAH Charger Blue is winning out on that now. They maybe used slightly more ultimates there, so they're glad that they won it, and they're going to be able to stall this out. Now they can hold at a pretty crucial point. This Archway Library place is not a good place to have to push through. Through the offense, you're hoping your momentum would have carried you through here, so a good hold coming up from Charger Blue.
Yeah, I think Twid using that grab there, going a bit over aggressive, just running that speed limit just a bit, especially when you have the grab freeze combo. Once the Blizzard is out, and the shatter as well from 4-3 Nightshade, and they just roll over UAH Charger Blue, and that's an easy fight win for them.
Yeah, Nightshade used a lot of ultimates there, but that's pretty much what you have to do to break through that point. You don't mind to do it when the enemy also has to use a lot of ults themselves. Now they're beat, not quite coming online. They do play the Lucio on offense, as you would expect. Now they want to be able to take that space quickly. And now they're pushing up here just to get their spam out as Nightshade. waiting for Chargers Blue to re-engage. MJ Reyes trying to pull his team back. His shield's a bit low. Suspect shield's probably isn't the best of place, but it's a bit better. His Prism goes down. Do a straight fire strike. Huge from MJ Reyes. Sniping out the May. It's high noon, though. Hold up. No. Autumn doesn't find anything quite yet. And that high noon isn't going to get much. As Emerald going to take advantage of Autumn. Catch them down right now as a wall comes through. Big for Charger Blue. They're making a huge stand right here. And they've been able to win one fight and hold Nightshade yet again. Can they take that momentum into maybe another fight? The Ultimates might say so.
And they hold on to this Earth Shatter that MJ Reyes had. Because I think he held it for the last couple fights, and that's pretty big, seeing as he didn't need to use it in this fight in which they held here.
And now the mirror coming out from Alex, who goes down immediately. Autumn making a huge pick with the counter mirror to play through. It's high noon again, and that's going to zone Chargers Blue back. The hammer gets canceled by Prism, who walls MJ Reyes up, but now the grab, the follow through. Nightshade rolling through this point with ease. That's what they needed. That's the old combos, and there they go. Chargers Blue is going to have to hold third point strong. That was impressive.
Yep, going to be a tough third point hold. No chance at a recontest here. A brutally dominant fight win once again for 4 through Nightshade. And they cap third point, or second point, sorry. And they have 4 minutes here for third point, or just before that end.
Big shot! Oh, Suspect! They're going to have to lamp. They're going to have to beat and use everything to recover. The grab comes through, and Ultimates are popping off right now. But here comes the freeze for Chargers Blue, who recovered from that huge shatter very well. And now they're going to have to reset. What a great recovery from Charger Blue. And just a reminder, if you like that, that could be you. Join us at 413 esports.com, and you could be playing on the next team. You never know. Come try out. Teams are looking for players, and we're looking for new teams, new managers, so please come out and check out the servers. A huge Maywall followed up by the Blizzard from Prism opens up this next fight, and that's a big freeze. MJ Reyes trying to shatter to do something about it, but not going to be able to catch too much as Nightshade finding the picks they need to roll through this point. Chargers Blue maybe going to be able to mount a defense, but they're going down. They have to try to get one more fight here.
Yeah, and as that fight went on, I saw Emerald tried to flank in the back, but just didn't really find anything really. And then Autumn ended up taking the duel with him and just ended up winning it. And now that's gonna be huge for 4 through Nightshade, as they only have a little under 2 minutes left. And it's a big shatter from Suspect once again, putting both takes on the ground. RKO and Alex going down, but
MJ Reyes a shatter of his own. The picture coming through, but they don't touch. They don't touch. Chargers Blue had a chance, but they don't touch in time. The picks were coming through for Nightshade, and at the end of the day, no one gets on point. Emerald with a big play of the game here. We'll check this out. While we tell you, make sure you follow. Check it out. Make sure you don't miss another exciting match, because we have more, and we have more of this match coming after you. We are now tied up 1-1. What has so far been an exciting series, Hawkshaw. I'm looking forward to this next map.
Absolutely. That King's Row win was pretty convincing for 4 through Nightshade, and I think they're building some momentum, redeeming themselves off of the first map loss. And we'll see if they can carry that into the next map, which will be Escort, and we will be seeing that after this short intermission. We will see you guys on the other side of that.
All right, everybody, welcome back. The map is Rialto. The lineups are actually staying the same right now. Nightshade rolling in with that DPS and tank lineup that got them that map. Hawkshaw, I'm excited to go into this. I want to thank everybody who's been subbing. So nice. We have a couple subs already. If you guys happen to have that Amazon Prime, feel free. It helps us out so much. But obviously, we're just so happy that you guys are here, watching, chatting, lurking. It's a huge support, and it helps us so much that you guys are here watching. Hawkshaw, other than, we have a bunch of links down here below for this thing called, is it 413 Esports, Hawkshaw? Could you maybe?
I think it is, yeah.
I don't think I've heard about it.
413 Esports, yeah. You'll hear about it.
Maybe you have to Google it first. I don't know.
Yeah, we have it on Instagram, Twitter as well, and VODs for previous matches, even from last season on our YouTube. So 413 Esports, how it works as a whole, every Sunday at 8 p.m. EST we host open tryouts, which are pretty much just to see who's like really there to play, who's toxic and who's not toxic, and all that. And from there, once you attend one of those, you will be put onto our academy team, which is pretty much where each team will go to pick up players if they need them.
And there's certainly always slots coming up, and we new team managers even needed if you're interested in potentially running a team. That's another exciting thing. Obviously, I've been lucky enough to be able to do now. Seeing Nightshade come in here after a strong Blizzard world, Rialto, Chargers Blue's got to do something. Or Kings Row, yeah, sorry. now under Rialto, Chargers Blue. You're going to have to find something here to bring it back for them, because right now, Nightshade has the momentum in their favor and the map type in their favor as well, I would say.
Yeah, now Charger Blue is on this double aerial comp. We haven't seen this yet, the Pharah Echo. It's going to be interesting. I think it might be a little bit risky seeing how well Autumn was playing on this victory, especially with his pockets of puddles as well. I don't know if it's going to fare very well, though, for Charger Blue, but we'll see.
Suspect is caught out right now, and he can't get away. But Twid finds a pick, and as a result, Twid's popping off right now. Wait a minute, here comes the res. Did they also get off? That's an amazing res. Suspect maybe it's caught out there after some displacement from MJ Reyes, but gets resed, and now they're fighting this corner with the big Maywall from Prism yet again. Oh no, MJ Reyes is in trouble, but wait a minute, it turns around. Suspect is in trouble. There's the nano. Call an ambulance, says MJ Reyes. But not for me. He's rolling into the enemy team now, holding that shield because it's getting chilly. Prism is out here. Hold up. A big shatter. The wall's only going to be able to stall him for a little bit. And they do commit the barrage on top of it to be able to fully cap this point and not allow Nightshade to get any kind of a hold here. But now Nightshade is going to have to be able to get back in time. They're swapping off to a Winston here, Hawkshaw. How do you think that affects this matchup?
Well, they're not gonna be able to contest. I think it might be decent. I don't know. You do have quite a bit of high ground control on this point specifically, but Ice Monta eats the Blizzard from Prism. That's not what you want if you're on Nightshade. The Valk is infested as well.
That's massive. They do bring up the Valk. Autumn finds a pick on Emerald, who goes down. High Noon finds another. That's 2 picks from your McCree there. RKO Abby. Gonna go down to Suspect, who's antied, but finding picks is Autumn still. You're gonna have to reset now if you're UAH Chargers Blue. Nightshade making a pretty good performance, but it has been a pretty good push from Chargers Blue so far. They got a good time bank and an echo copy to boot.
Yep, we'll see how Twin responds. He could, with this wrap that he has coming up, or online already, I should say. And RKO has this nano as well. You could push in aggressively with this as well. And now Hallex has flipped to the BAP, I should point out as well.
Paco the Winston copy! It separates so many members of Nightshade, and now it's a 3v6 on point, but Suspect uses that opportunity to go into the backline. Nice Monta! This guy's a legend. He's eating everything he can. Munch, munch, munch. Feed this man more. Ice Monta finding picks as Autumn is going to have to do something here. Does find the Echo. The enemy McCree is rolling through the rest of his team, and now going to UAH Chargers Blue, keeping this roll going. Their timing's still really good here. But you know if you're RKO Abby, here's a high noon from Emerald. If you're RKO Abby, you're really scared because, wait a minute, no Angry Monkey. They go back to the Rhine.
Interesting. I think if you're Nightshade, this is definitely the right move. Just take that brawl straight up. The Valk being invested from Fellows now, and the window from both sides.
Oh, and they're going to this point just to contest. Nightshade finds a pick now that's absolutely massive and what they needed. But a big shatter from MJ Reyes. Never count this guy out. He's coming back to show Suspect what's up. High Noon gets stunned. MJ Reyes was going in, had Suspect, but he gets stunned just in time for Suspect to start swinging back now, and MJ Reyes is going to have to retreat a little bit even after the huge shatter. Ice Manta goes out of the mech. That's a huge play. Suspect is swinging in a shatter to follow it up. That's a 6. That's a 6, man. Everybody get down. The bodies are hitting the floor. Suspect just hit a 6, man.
Absolutely massive shatter from Suspect. Now he's one-upping MJ Reyes.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what you need. Now 4-3 Nightshade can stabilize here. Though this next fight gonna be a bit challenging as both supportals are online for UAH Charger Blue, as well as Ice Manta with another self-destruct on the way.
And the beautiful waters here on Rialto are being overshadowed by the amazing play from Nightshade. Absolutely stalling out this time rank from Chargers Blue, who have the ultimates online to make something happen. Shields are breaking, both Ryans are running low, and here comes a mirror that could kill, and it does. Teams are going down off of that huge anti-RKO. Abby finds a pick, Prism does as well. Arrest comes through, though, for Nightshade. That's only going to find a lamp. Ice Monta's bomb does make a little bit of space as MJ Reyes now walled off from the rest of his team, swinging into Suspect. But Ice Manta frozen on top of the wall does manage to get out. Prism is making a huge push here, making the big plays we expect to see, and there's the freeze. Doesn't get eaten by Ice Manta this time. Now Suspect just pins through, cleaning up that freeze. You have Pac in the background in this Reaper trying to find a kill. Suspect goes down, but Twit's going to be able to clean up this fight for Nightshade, who are making an effective stall here after an early roll.
Yeah, that was a very well placed wizard for Prism, I should say. He placed it behind Ice Manta, just to ensure that he wouldn't eat it. So pretty heads up from him. And now, 4-3 Nightshade has flipped the script here. 4 minutes UAH Charger Blue initially had. Now they're down to 45 seconds as both tank ults now are online for 4-3 Nightshade. We'll see who can end up winning the bigger shatter here and who just ends up using these ults better.
I know Prism gets isolated trying to take advantage, but it's actually a huge play because it separates UAH Chargers Blue with the big shatter being allowed from Suspect as the Ryan turned around for Prism. A big shatter follows. Will it be enough? Yes, says Emerald, who clears up with his High Noon, and now these Ryans are yet again pinning into each other. MJ Reyes is down. Suspect on low health, trying to do something, but it's just not enough. Chargers Blue looking to cap this point. If it isn't for Prism coming in on a stall, can someone touch? Yes, here comes Twid hopping to the point. Prism is frozen on it. Sadfire finds a pick they need, but the Blossom is huge from Paka. Just in time for the grab to come from Twid. Hold up, Chargers Blue. You got to get in here and you got to do something. That Nano is huge, and so is the pick from MJ Reyes. Picks are coming through for UAH Chargers Blue, who are going to be able to cap this point in the clutch. Very close fight there, Hawkshot.
That's a backbreaker for 4-3 Nightshade. They ended up with the initial pick there, but they just couldn't make it work as Charger Blue just ended up finding more. That Nano Reaper just the threat, I'm tripping on my words, but you know what I mean.
Oh, of course. I mean, how could you not with such an exciting matchup? And there's another shatter that hits big for Suspect. Picks trading. No McCrees are left as Pocket goes down as well to Suspect. Pin Suspect. Finding more picks and making huge space, allowing his team to pop off now. 50 seconds left for UAH Chargers Blue to try to make something happen, but the Diva stagger is real, though. Suspect's at the door. He's got to get out. He's going to be low here. His team's brawling the door. He's coming, please. Suspect gets slipped in a weird place. He gets pinned. Oh, no, Suspect's down.
No.
Chargers Blue could use that. There's a big shatter coming through. You don't play fair when you have shatter. You wait for the Ryan to die, and you use a big mirror coming through. Autumn finds a pick, and that's all they needed now. UAH Chargers Blue is finding time. Not going to be able to push in, though, because that big mirror, big pick from Nightshade. We're stalling this out just enough to try to allow their main team to get back. Here comes Suspect, hitting in with a volition to kill. Only 10 seconds left. Ice Monta's bomb is going to have to be used because the ult pip is big. Now MJ Reyes goes down as well. Contesting the point is Emerald on the Tracer, but isn't going to be enough. High Noon coming out here Could be big from Autumn, but they're going to have to use it as a reload as Twid finds a big pick. Suspect with yet another massive shatter leading into a 3. Make it a 4K, why don't you? Suspect popping off in the end to clutch that out. Chargers Blue has an exciting challenge ahead of them.
Big plays out from 4 through Nightshade, and again, as we saw in Kings Row, they hold that second point. And I think what sort of ran at least a little bit of time down there from Charger Blue was, did you see how like really split they were in like those last 30 seconds? Yeah, and it took them a little while for them to end up regrouping on those stairs. But by then it was just too late, as they were just trying to scramble to touch the point. And unfortunately for them, they just end up losing the fight. They'll just have to be content with getting that second point.
And right before we look at the comms, I just want to say thanks. I see some gifteds and some subs. So nice. You know it supports us so much. And I mentioned it for the last time. Thank you guys so much again for the huge support. It means a lot. And we're going to continue to bring you some more exciting Overwatch. As a result of what we saw happen there, UAH Chargers Blue could make something happen on the defense. Nightshade is going to have to capture all 3 points, which is no easy task from Rialto, especially against this team that was dominant on the control and right now is looking to try to even things out and maybe get the momentum in their favor.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. And then again, it could maybe be like what we saw in Kings Row, where they just steamrolled over those over those first 2 points, that ended up going into third with like 4 minutes.
5, 4.
But we'll we'll see if Charger Blue can end up with a solid defense. Maybe they've learned a little bit from that. See what they did wrong in Kings Row. Maybe they've adjusted a little bit.
Adjusting, they certainly seem to have. As obviously, it's actually a similar situation to Kings Row. They don't full cap, but they do make some impressive pushes. Emerald finds an early pick on the Cuddles. It's exactly what you need. Them agree on the high ground, big flank, big pick. Ice Monta is frozen, but MJ Reyes is the one going down. Taking that pin, and Ice Monta finds a pick. These tanks are playing like best friends, just playing for each other. The stuns and the kills come out as Emerald does find that enemy free. Big early fight here from Charger Blue.
Absolutely, and that's already 40 seconds off the clock for 4 through Nightshade. They do get a full 6 quickly here, though, without him getting rezzed. And one thing I should know, no Lucio on either side here, which we haven't seen too much of. We did see the Lucio on Kings Row from both sides when they were on the attack, but interestingly enough, not on here, as Emerald just goes down early, that lamp being infested early, and a big shatter again from MJ Reyes takes down 2.
That was huge because, you know, Emerald up until that point was the big difference, so Autumn finding that pick was massive, but then the shatter from MJ Reyes just turned things right back. When you thought they were one way, they go the other. My, how the tables have turned.
Absolutely. And now both support ults are up for Charger Blue. You can go aggressive with this nano boost, or you could use this window just to enable your team. Either way, but I think this could be a good fight for UAH Charger Blue. They invest that window just to zone them out. The ice wall from Prism, though, being wasted. The shatter from Suspect, though, is massive.
It's a 5-man that leads to a freeze. He's pinning some out of it, but it doesn't matter. The picks are coming through. What a huge shatter from Suspect. That was max range shatter, I gotta say. That was right at the very end of it, where MJ Reyes wasn't expecting it to come through. Big play in the footsie there from Suspect, because those far range shatters, I gotta say, they're the easiest to block for the enemy round. You get the most amount of time. You can even kind of react on the sound cue, so that's a big hit there from Suspect. Obviously, MJ Reyes having to manage his shield to be able to block shatters like that. Not easy against this enemy team comp. Big grab coming in from Twid. Leads to a shatter. Coming through from Suspect again. Suspect's insane, but a pick comes through with Chargers Blue, and that could be big. But not big enough. Wait a minute. I need to watch what I'm calling. I'm just caster cursing it back and forth as the bomb comes to point. Doesn't find anything, but maybe zones it out just enough. Nightshade looking to keep rolling. The point is stalled for now, but now UAH Chargers Blue has to back off. Autumn, the big pick there, Hawkshaw. Nightshade's rolling through this point.
Oh, that's huge. Picks going in favor. They almost went over aggressive there. Nightshade did lose a couple picks there, but it did end up working out for them. As another shatter from Suspect doesn't really find anything but that blizzard from Pocket. He's gonna kill off Autumn, who does get res, but Prism, the other DPS, ending up going down as well.
Whoa! His ragdoll got launched in the air and lands on the roof as a high noon comes through. That was a hugely crazy pin that gets punished. Very aggro. MJ Reyes gets caught out. Now it's Nightshade looking to cap this point, but obviously MJ Reyes is back already in the flesh. Ready to stall this point out, but Ice Manta is down now. Big shatter from Suspect. Right as MJ Reyes gets nanoed, and a big shatter from MJ Reyes as well, who's actually going to look to turn this fight around. Wait a minute, this is still winnable for Chargers Blue. The res from Cuddles, though. This Mercy pick has actually been massive all day long for Nightshade, but Prism goes to the cancel. He canceled the freeze. Did it? Yes. MJ Reyes just canceled freeze and then went down the Suspect as a result after, but that pin was massive enough to actually hold off Nightshade. What a huge little micro play there.
Oh my god, that pin was huge from MJ Reyes. One of many big plays coming out that fight. And that's just gonna stagger out forward through Nightshade even more. That'll just waste even more time off the clock as Autumn, or Emerald, I should say, just cleans up. And now that's 2 minutes left now for forward through Nightshade. Very, very unfortunate for them.
Now Nightshade has to come all the way across this bridge again, and you know how much that can reset as the ults are on favor for UAH Chargers Blue right now. There comes the early mirror trying to stop Nightshade in their tracks. They're going to be forced inside, where Chargers Blue just has the high ground. Nightshade coming underneath, trying to get to the point. Now Twitch trying to coax his team to come underneath, and they do, but Chargers Blue still has that crucial high ground. Can they use their advantage early? Emerald goes down, or takes out Cuddles, I should say, as the freeze comes through from Chargers Blue. They're finding big picks. The Nano's on Suspect, though, and he's got the Diva in the room, and he's going ham, but the bomb's going to be just enough. Suspect turns, and he gets caught by the bomb on his flank. He didn't expect that, but the high noon does find some value. Alex going down now on the point is Prism with the Reaper just trying to clean things up, but it's not going to be enough because MJ Reyes is here, and he's got his McCree on hip. It was the Arizona Ranger with the big iron on his hip, cleaning up the point there. Nightshade is actually getting stalled out right now. This is huge from Chargers Blue.
And look at this, Charger Blue still has this ultimate advantage. And now Suspect is out of LOS from his entire team. And he's gonna die if he's not careful here. The Shatter, though, in the room.
Suspect pinning into the enemy Ryan with it. They've been doing it all day, but that time...
Wait, the backup! What?
Wait, the backup! No!
What?
No! No! Chargers Blue, why? Insane! Chargers Blue, no, dude! No! That sucks! Suspect gets a good spawn. I thought that pin was bad. It was a distraction all along. Chargers Blue had the map. They had the map. And then all Suspects with a big shatter. The lamps are coming out. No, Chargers Blue, you gotta do something not like this. A big pick from Emerald could stall it out, but Nightshade's gonna get another fight regardless of how this one goes. And it is gonna go the favor of Chargers Blue, it seems. Oh no, that back cap is brutal. Oh.
I didn't even see it until
Off
it was
stream is
like,
just, look, it's just now on stream. Oh no. Suspect goes down late.
I didn't even see it until it was like, I didn't even see it until it was like 0.05 meters.
Oh no, they had 30 seconds left. I mean,
oh my god.
That is dead. Oh no, chat's just catching up, and so is Nightshade getting them back to the point. Oh no, here come the ultimates online for Nightshade. C9er, you gotta recover. Here comes the nano of your Nightshade. You don't want to let this opportunity go to waste, and if your Chargers Blue, you don't want to let it happen to you. Not like this. The ultimates are online, and here they come. Die, Prism 5-1. Oh no, Nightshade's rolling this point, and here they go. They did it to him. They did it to him. The C9 leads to the point cap. Oh no. Nightshade might have had one more fight, but not like this. Not like that.
They legit had that on second point.
Oh, that hurts.
That is so unfortunate for Charger Blue.
Really good play by Nightshade to find that, but wow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Suspect to play the game, dying on the 6-man and getting rezzed. What a play of the game from Suspect. Oh
Absolutely.
my gosh.
Main
That
tank
is
duel.
brutal.
Absolutely. The main tank duel going back and forth, which is what I love to see in these kinds of matches. MJ Reyes and
Very
Suspect just
much
going
so.
all in. And now 4-on-3 Nightshade is up 2-1. And we're gonna be going into map 4 after this intermission. It's gonna be 2CP, the mode that everyone knows and loves. We'll see you guys after the break.
All right. All right, everybody, we're back. I'm Jump Penny, joined by Hawkshaw. An exciting Volskaya coming up. Obviously, we know how you feel about 2CP, but on the bright side, both teams have to deal with the bad parts about 2CP, meaning we have a competitive match coming up.
Absolutely.
And right now, also, I just want to say a quick thank you to Twid and Wizard Beast. Both players in OCS as well are in this tournament. With the huge gifted subs, and thanks to everybody who's followed and subbed, and really just everybody who's coming out to watch. It means so much. The support really helps us out so much, guys. Thank you a lot. We're going into an exciting Volskaya Nightshade, bringing back Scythe, and he's false now in the DPS lineup.
Yeah, we'll see how it fares. Maybe they just had a bit of an unlucky map on Busan. This is the chance for them to redeem themselves. And sorry, got a bit distracted there. And yeah, speaking of follows, I know we mentioned this before, but just as a reminder, once we hit 413 followers on the Twitch, we will be doing a giveaway of $41.30 in Blizzard balance, which you could use for quite a bit in the Blizzard store. So get everyone you know, and don't miss it. Drop a follow, and stay tuned for these upcoming matches as well. They're gonna be hype.
Yeah, it's all really massive support from you guys. That's why we're able to keep doing this. It really means a lot. And it's why we're able to bring you this exciting Volskaya you're about to see once these teams are ready. Obviously, huge strategies are being planned, so we have to be patient because we are dealing with Mega Mind Overwatch players here. And right now, Charger Blue is looking to do something to take a map back against Nightshade.
Yeah, and this is where, Nightshade up 2-1 right now. Bit of a back-breaking loss there for Charger Blue on Rialto. We know how that went.
Vicious.
But if you're Charger Blue, this is where you need to really lean up in your chairs and just full focus on this next map. And just really do the best you can out of make the best you can out of it.
Yeah, posture check, everybody. Check your posture. Make sure you're not causing a lot of money in back damage in the future, I can only assume. Speaking of something that's free value, kind of like good posture, following this channel. Okay, enough about the following. We're going to go into some Overwatch here. Very excited. These teams, no subs out, I believe. We have the same comps running out from Charger Blue. Have a pretty consistent comp. Meanwhile, the subs from Nightshade have been a big play now, going back to their earlier composition, which did go down on the control, but Suspect is in as well. So now on Volskaya, they clearly have a composition that they are ready to run with these DPS coming back into the game.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see how it goes. Volskaya is a 2CP map where you'll typically see a lot of different team compositions. So, but we have been seeing tons of brawl out from each side. So I wouldn't be surprised to be seeing the same here.
Yeah, the brawl could be huge. Both teams probably going to run something close to that, I'd have to imagine. I wonder if these early picks from Nightshade are real. They are. They're real.
Oh my god.
It's real?
Wait.
Is this real?
Nah.
I'm so excited.
That's probably Suspect on the ball.
This is a troll, right?
That's
he's trolling, right? Wait, let me. He's in spawn. He's in spawn. Okay, he is trolling. Oh my god, Suspect. That's not funny. I know you're gonna watch the VOD back and see if it worked. It worked. You got us. I was really excited to see the Orisa ball, but instead, I guess we're gonna see double shield. No, that is still a good comp here for Volskaya. A really good play here from Nightshade. Interesting though, with the meta changes, you don't see it as much. Nightshade just running their tried and true composition. They probably have been on this for a long time, honestly, if they're running this double shield with Volskaya still.
Yeah, definitely a change of pace for 4-3 Nightshade, but it can work on this map, definitely. And we're seeing the double aerial again out from Charger Blue with the Rhine Diva. I don't know if it's going to fare very well, though, when you're going up against a Widowmaker as strong as Scythe. We'll see how it fares, though.
He's false on this. Hanzo has been so close to so many of these arrows that just about hit their targets.
Definitely. And now we see Charger Blue a little bit split here. MJ Reyes stuck on the high ground, kind of isolated. Now Ice Watto taking the high ground above the mini as one DPS down for both sides here as Ice Manta about to go low here, and Suspect is a little bit isolated in the Mega Room, and now two more are down for 4-3 Nightshade.
Chargers blue on this rush comp, roll through the point big. Twitch finds a late pick, but I don't think it's going to be enough to bring anything back in their favor, frankly. This Chargers blue rolling through this point, and what was a long first fight, but first fight nonetheless.
Yeah, definitely a pretty convincing fight win for UAH Charger Blue. The double shield is not working out against this more brawly comp from Charger Blue, and now 5.5 minutes for them going into the second point, and they have the nano boost coming up here, as well as these tank ults. You could probably nano MJ Reyes here to go aggressive and potentially build this shatter, and just look for that quick time bank. We'll see though.
Yeah, that would be massive, the time bank. They'd love to get it big. They're rushing straight into point. Still in the double shield as Nightshade, so no swaps now. They still have this double sniper. And they can spam the enemy team out, but not when your Widow goes down like that. Rushing the point is Chargers Blue, who have 2 early picks. Now Nightshade just has to stall, and like you said, the time bank is going to be massive for Chargers Blue if Nightshade doesn't stall this out.
Now MJ Reyes has the shatter at the ready for whoever dares to step onto the point.
No one can get there in time. They're trying to stall it out. They have to go. Stall pick's been a big pick. Size of that pick can be everything they needed, but that shatter is going to make it hard. One pick, though, could just be all you need, but the res comes back. Now, no one is dead for Chargers Blue. Nightshade stalling this point out as much as they can with these tanks slowly going down. That's a big pin from MJ Reyes. They're going to cap this point. Scythe coming in for a last-second stall. There's one more, but Sadfire doesn't quite make it. What a huge roll. That's absolutely massive from Chargers Blue. Big time bank, and now Nightshade's going to have to look to put on a similar showing.
Exactly what Charger Blue needed there. 4:26 left on that clock, on that time bank. That's exactly what they needed, and we'll see if 4-3 Nightshade can end up at least matching that. Best case scenario, you do end up matching that with those with around that 4-minute time bank. But the thing you don't want is to just go into that, is to end up capping that second point in overtime, because at that point you're just pretty screwed.
Yeah, they cleared that point so quickly it was impossible for Nightshade to recover. Now Nightshade going on to a comp here that I expected to see. They're not playing quite the rush with the Diva, more the brawl with the Zarya. Although I think the rush is maybe more defined by the supports. Regardless of how you want to classify it, these two teams are hitting each other head on, and there's actually a big difference in the DPS comps. We've seen that May come out from Paco all day long, and it's been huge. So let's see if it's coming out on Volskaya for a good reason here. This could be a huge defense from Chargers Blue if they even manage to win just a couple fights, really.
Yeah, for sure. And we're seeing Heatfalls back on the Hanzo, providing a bit more range for this brawl comp, especially if they look to make some rotations around these sides here on the high ground. We'll see what approach they end up taking here, as we're seeing the Ana back support line again from Charger Blue, which is pretty unorthodox, I should say, but it's been we haven't seen it from Charger Blue, and now both tanks are down.
That's a huge hold. Huge first fight for Chargers Blue to be able to get the tanks down and force Nightshade to recoup. They want more, but they can't quite get it now. Having to back up. Suspect is going to get back with his team Twit, though, and the Zarya are going to take a little bit longer getting there. So that's the time bank dealt with already, probably, if your Chargers Blue. So now, can you keep them from capping? Is the question. Another pick early. Eastfalls does go down. Twit's caught in the ice wall, but gets freed from it finally as a big anti comes through. Suspect is low, no lamp to keep him alive for much longer. He goes down. Chargers Blue winning yet another fight. They're turning things around here on Volskaya.
Yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about before the map. Just full focusing on this map and just trying to make the best you can out of it. And that's exactly what they're doing here. And this is looking very good for them. They're already at 3 ultimates here. And that's already almost a minute and a half off the time bank.
UAH Chargers Blue certainly feeling the power of these subs, these Twitch Prime subs, these follows, and the viewers in chat. They want to see more Overwatch. Suspect leading his team around the side. They get Maywalled and split, though. Not everyone makes it through. Actually, Heatfalls takes the high ground and is forcing a bit of a pincer here now. That's going to get the high noon out, but Icemont at the end of the day hunting that Hanzo down, trying to do something freaky. Gets out of position as Scythe now follows up on the shadow the suspect died on. Picks do come through for Nightshade as they need it. They need to win this fight. If they don't, it could be GG. And now the Blizzard coming through. Wait a minute. Oh no, that's huge. That Blizzard at the end of the day came through huge for Chargers Blue. Nightshade's going to have to try to do it, but they don't even have the spawn advantage really at the end of the day. It's going to be Chargers Blue coming back, but look, Nightshade, they know it's a 2v2 on point, and more are going to leak in. There's a third for Nightshade. As the players leak in, Suspect is antied though, swinging on the enemy diva. He's coming back from that anti with a vengeance. A big pick from Paco on the May, who does find the enemy free. Scythe goes down, and the big anti is on point. Right now, Chargers Blue still stand to win this fight off the back of that huge Shadow the Dragon. Forcing Chargers Blue to back off though. Nightshade do have one stalling this point out. And they can't cap. The Suspect goes down. Twid finds one, but MJ Reyes is finding more on the point. He's swinging away, grabbing great value. High noon from Emerald is going to clear it. Nightshade, they get 2 ticks, but they don't cap yet.
And that's a minute left for them to cap, and now he's false, the last one to go down. That's a little bit of time off the time bank yet again. 60 seconds left, and it's not looking very good for 4th Nightshade here.
Nightshade might need some Twitch Prime subs if they want to come back from this one. The momentum in the favor of Chargers Blue. Nightshade needs one more tick though, and they still have a dream. Right now getting walled off and into the mirror. Not going to make that easy for Twitter, goes down, but he's false, finds a pick in the meantime. Anti goes on the Suspect, he does go down. Scythe finding a pick, he's false as well. The DPS for Nightshade show up, but it's just not enough to get through the ult rotations. Although I will say right now Nightshade have the respawns. They could get back and they have a chance to cap this. All hope is not lost. He's false, is on the high ground, trying to make something happen. He wants to find a naughty little pick on someone getting greedy. But right now Chargers Blue is playing great. They find a sleep. Oh no, Scythe's dead. Scythe gets slept. Scythe gets clapped up by Icemont on the high ground. Now MJ Reyes is alone though. Nightshade taking advantage of the space they had on point to cap this if they can. The picks Chargers Blue usually get at this point aren't quite coming through right as I say that, but these ones go down. So Nightshade looking to clear off this point. They failed to before, and the freeze is huge again. It finds 2. Be careful, Nightshade. You're going down. But they do, at the end of the day, clean up this point. Nightshade, with a hope and a dream, has 3 minutes of time bank. They could cap this quick, and maybe we could just forget about that first push.
Yeah. And I feel like just the last like minute and a half or so of that first point was just players coming back for Charger Blue, and eventually they just couldn't hold that point for any longer. However, they do have ultimates going into this next fight, and they could hold it, but 2 ults are out now already for 4th Nightshade, as well as the Shatter.
Oh!
Andrew Racing stun out of Shatter.
No!
The Suspect's down.
So many ultimates. Shatter gets canceled. There's the bomb. Chargers Blue with the pick. Twid finds the enemy diva, but it's not going to be enough, I don't think. What a huge Shatter cancel there. Wow.
Yeah, no Rhines have their Shatters.
Yeah, no Shatters on the board anymore.
Now Peace Pulse is over to the Doomfist. This is an interesting pick. Could work. Now Scythe has this attack plasma as well. We'll see how Charger Blue responds. They do have the window plus the Deadeye. You could combo those 2 just to zone Nightshade right out of there.
Nightshade with some interesting DPS here. I'm curious to see how it works out. It does allow the Doom to get over the Maywall and go in for a big punch. Gets anti, but the lamp is enough to save him. He's false now. No lamp on his team, so he's going to have to go in a little bit naked here. He has Twid's bubble he could try to use to keep him alive. Emerald has his high noon. That's going to make it hard for anyone on Nightshade to get too much space, taking the big punch, and he's false is out of there. High noon from Emerald is coming through. Paka has the freeze now. As high noon doesn't find anything, it zones out Nightshade, who have now pushed onto the point. Suspect goes down to Emerald. Even after that, high noon doesn't find anything. It does enough, and 2 picks come through for Emerald. MJ Reyes self and clean up this point. Nightshade recovering. But look at the old bank. They're going to have a hard time capping second.
Yep, Cuddles does have the beat online now though, so, and that could be a big factor in this next fight. Depending on how she uses it, could be make or break here before the Nightshade. They have under a minute left for the second point. If they've made no progress so far, which is the even worse part, gonna be even more difficult for them.
And I gotta say, this is a big play for Chargers Blue. They're looking to take it to even maps right now if they can win this fight on the ultimates that they have. But Cuddle's beat is not to be denied. It could be huge, and it could save a lot of Nightshade from these ultimates. There's a big ante. Don't know if it quite landed. It didn't. Really close, though, as MJ Reyes comes through with a big shatter here. Finds Cuddles out. And there's no beat. There's no beat.
Oh, no.
The day the music died, UAH Chargers holds on. And they're going to cap a second map, and Emerald is on the point celebrating with his ultimate there. They're going to get this second map, I got to say. I don't think Nightshade can touch. They're not going to try and do their best ever. Here comes East Falls. Not going to be able to get to the point before going down. That's absolutely massive from Charger Blue, who are coming back. It's 2-2, and we're going to a map 5 Hawkshaw. I can't wait.
A dominant map from Charger Blue. That first attack just giving them so much momentum, and they end up holding on second point.
Oh,
and now we're seeing map 5.
Nice little play of the game here from Chwid with a lob through the damage boost, but not quite enough to get him the map here. Chargers Blue has momentum going into map 5. More Overwatch to go. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. Make sure you hit that follow button so that you're notified the next time we go live, guys. We're going to be back with another map. And don't go anywhere because it's going to be a big one. This map's going down to the wire, everybody. Welcome. Jump Penny here, joined by Hawkshaw. we're going into a very exciting map 5, guys. Thanks for the support. The follows are huge. Thank you guys for being here. We got all the links down below if you guys want to check out the merch shop. There's some stunning merch there. A lot of things there. The Discord, the Instagram, the YouTube, the Twitter, everything down below. Make sure you guys check that out if you're interested. Because this map 5, we got another map 5. I'm so excited. I love map 5s. And we've had just a really competitive league. Only maybe, I believe, 1-3-0, and really that didn't seem to tell the full story. Just a competitive season so far. These teams are coming at it.
Absolutely. And now we're seeing a map 5 again. This is like the second or third throughout this season, I believe. And yeah, these games have been going the distance lately, and it's been very exciting to watch them. We're seeing map 5 here between 4-3 Nightshade and UAH Charger Blue. We're on Oasis Gardens here. I probably expect to see the Brawl comps once again. Something that has been a trend throughout pretty much every match throughout the last couple weeks. It's gonna be a very exciting one.
This is a good map. I mean, I love Oasis personally. And when we get to see the second control map, that's what I'm excited about regardless. And this actually, by default, if you're looking at how the control went before, it goes in the favor of Chargers Blue. So with these going so back and forth, I mean, this has been probably the most back and forth series we've seen. We saw another map 5, but we didn't see this one map, where each team just takes turns almost dominating the other at times. But back on the control, Chargers Blue took it first. They have the advantage. So they didn't lose a map on it before. So now Twid taking the high ground hawkshot. Here come these teams.
Yeah, Sadfire is on this which is different from how it's on the map, but it's not going to matter as MJ Reyes and RKO are down immediately from Suspect.
Wow, Suspect finds 2 early and lets his team just roll into the hookah room and take more out. Suspect with a big play there to help his team out, and it's Autumn and Prism coming back in on this DPS lineup, making a huge difference. Big plays for Nightshade now coming in on Oasis with the first capture.
Yep, and this auto pick from Sadfire it's an interesting one. You typically don't see it too much with Brawl anymore nowadays, but if Sadfire can hit these anti-nades, these bio-nades, then I think it could be a huge pick, and she's already 82% to this nano boost. This is massive.
Take it all the way around left side. Suspect pinning in. MJ Reyes taking his turn. He's antied, but the wall comes in to stop Suspect. He goes for the shatter, finds 2, gets stunned himself, and goes down. A big pick here for Chargers Blue, who take the first blood this time. The Diva Bomb going over top, and got lost a little bit there. That Diva Bomb not going. Or was that? Wait, whose Diva Bomb was that? I don't even know anymore. Twid, it was Twid. Gets kind of caught on the high ground there as MJ Reyes is now anti, though Nightshade is still holding this point. The freeze is huge. Prism is rolling the point, but the enemy May finds one. Autumn coming in, though, to clean it up right when it looked just a little dangerous. Nightshade finds the picks they need to clean up this point, and they are dominating early, but don't count Chargers Blue out. We saw it. For example, Havoc went down 60% to WVU before taking the point back, so you never know if the team could turn it around at any point. Let's see what they try to do here. I spawned to 73% of that bomb. Now they're back in map.
Yeah, look at how many ultimates 4-3 Nightshade used. That was 5 ultimates down. They only have this beat. They could, if Cuddles does use this beat properly, you could use it for that Blizzard. No, she uses it. She has to use it early as the immortality field is invested.
The classic counterpin leads to Suspect going down this time. The anti is huge. But the tanks hold it together. They use their shield and their matrix to not allow that anti to result in too many deaths or any at all, as now Nightshade, another big anti before Sadfire dies. Sadfire, 70% to nano is going to be huge. I honestly think if you're Nightshade here, maybe they don't know the ults, but they should really just take a dry fight and then go again. Get these ultimates out. And then once they're in your favor, you take it back. Suspect, though, could build a huge shatter here. Can't use your ult if you're lying on your back.
Yeah, it's gonna definitely be an interesting approach here. Look at this. 4-3 Nightshade is very split. Suspect maybe going for the flank shatter here.
Yeah, swings onto the high noon and doesn't kill it, but certainly crashes it out. Autumn finds the pick. Another anti, like you said. Baka does find Prism, and that's a big pick. Hammer downs being traded leads to the beat of the bomb, and Baka finding picks 1 point. That's a 3K for the May from Chargers Blue. And a lot of ults did come out from Nightshade there. So now the ult battle is a little bit more even. Gonna be hard for Chargers Blue. Not as hard, though, as if maybe Nightshade had held those ultimates. So now they come back with the bomb and a freeze. Still, the ultimates are in their favor coming into this next fight.
Yeah, Charger Blue still a little bit left to go to get to that 90%. Only a little over halfway. Both Mays coming up, Prism coming up on his Blizzard. I think if Twin can eat Paka's Blizzard, this will be massive. That will be massive for 4-3 Nightshade here.
Nightshade now choosing to go through this super and trying to take high ground potentially. Twid
Or
finds
just
an
going
early
out,
pick
right?
though, and yeah, they find that pick, and now Twid is on the high ground, clearing out the McCree, who goes down as well. Twid making some huge plays here. Now clearing the point, MJ Reyes, there goes the counter pin. Yet again, the lamp is out along with the mirror, but the shatter is just too big. Along with the freeze, it's going to be hard right now for Chargers Blue to even have a chance at not giving up this map, or this round, I should say.
Oh man. And now 98% now for Charger Blue though, but it's still looking bad for them as Nightshade caps the point, and that's Oasis Gardens going to 4-3 Nightshade. Huge.
And it's a 99 to 100, like just so close. Couldn't get any closer, of course.
Absolutely.
And these games have been just insanely close, as a lot of these matchups have been so far in the 4-3 CS tourney. This one, I gotta say, out of all of them, you know, the other map 5 we saw was in Havoc versus WVU. And I gotta say, you could call this a closer game for sure, especially considering how the maps just went back and forth and back and forth. Chargers Blue not able to get that first round, so Nightshade looking to close things out. On the more open map, maybe some sight lines open up, and the McCree pick from Nightshade could be big, but Emerald and that Tracer is going to have a lot of room to run around top shot.
Yeah, Prison is on this Reaper, which is definitely interesting. You can take high ground pretty easily, but it's a lot of close range, and there's not that much close range provided on a map like this. Sad fire down immediately.
MJ Reyes finding Sadfire. That's a huge pick for Chargers Blue. Nightshade deciding to just take some space onto the point. Twins out of Mac. And Prism finds the McCree, though. Prism making a huge play here. Chargers Blue has to watch out because there's a Reaper in their backline wreaking havoc right now. And Suspect just swinging on the point goes down to RKO Abby on the Lucio. Making another big play. It's MJ Reyes with the Fire Strike, and Cuddles taking down the May. Isn't going to be enough, though. Nightshade just trying to capture this point. It's actually going in their favor a little bit, but MJ Reyes has a 4-man shatter to take Nightshade off this point and slowly begin to cap it.
Big shatter from MJ Reyes. That's just going to solidify this capture for UAH Charger Blue. And now they have the window online as well, and they almost have that feed and the high noon. And this is pretty big now for UAH Charger Blue as Suspect. A little bit caught out. Does live though. And that window is just gonna zone them out.
The window's gonna be absolutely massive, causing Nightshade to smartly rotate around. That is what you gotta do here. Now Twid coming back where it is, and now there's a pincer. And the Reaper ultimate from Prism finds RKO having to back a big opening there from Prism. Suspect pins straight in. And Nightshade's going to take this point back in a decisively quick fight.
That's a big death blossom from Prism. Just forces everyone on Charger Blue to just turn around. And at that point, there's nothing they could do. They just get run over by the rest of 4-3 Nightshade. And that's only 37% acquired now. And now the ult banks are pretty even. The Diva Bomb for both sides, High Noon for both sides, and the Beat for both sides. Sadfire, though, almost up at that window, and Suspect 90% to that Earth Shatter. This could definitely be big for 4-3 Nightshade.
Nightshade looking to hold on to this percentage that they have so far and just continue it. Looking to get the advantage. The High Noon getting blocked up by Maywall on him, still holding it. Twid goes into the jump pad with the bomb, but Chargers Blue just avoids it, as they should. They don't go in. There's the High Noon off the jump pad, gets a shot, but shatters are coming through. There's a counter pin now. Suspect shatter won't do enough, and he gets just dropped in the middle of a Diva Bomb. Not much you can do there. Chargers Blue now looking to take back this point.
Pretty back and forth round we've been seeing so far, and now a lot of votes out from both sides, but 4-3 Nightshade getting the lower end of it as UAH Charge of Blue caps as they have both the Shatter and that window on their side. And now they're up halfway to this on this capture percentage, taking the lead over Nightshade now.
Mirrors matching each other. You could say that the mirrors are mirroring each other, perhaps? Suspect goes in, and the Shatter from MJ Reyes causes both main tanks to die. I don't know how he managed to do that as the High Noon comes through from Autumn. Gonna find Ice Monta out of the Diva Mech already. Takes down the baby now, trying to hold the high ground. Truid wants to clear it out. No Baptiste up there for you, but Emerald finds a big pick on the Prism on the Reaper who goes down. High Noon, and you find the bomb going over top, finds the lamp. There's no lamp online now for Chargers Blue, who have the point and the advantage as Nightshader pushing back in. MJ Reyes, shield is low, Suspect stunned. Getting pushed out by the enemy Ryan right now. The wall is not going to separate them for very long. The lamp coming through now, just zoning out the point and letting Suspect maybe take some of this back, but that lamp may be a little early. Goes down now. Not going to be able to stay in for long enough, and Suspect now trying to zone out the enemy team while Chargers Blue still holds on to the point this entire time. The mirror being huge and zoning them out. Now Autumn does find Emerald on the McCree. That's huge. Pocket taking a pick back. They're fighting on the outskirts. There's a big Shatter from Suspect, but Prism follows it up with the Reaper ultimate. It looks like Nightshade is going to be able to take this point right back.
Damn. Yeah, 99% now for Charger Blue. They'll have to be content with that. Halfway now for a 4-3 Nightshade. We'll see if they can end up coming back. They'll have to end up getting through both those tangles on the side of UAH Charger Blue. This is very doable though for 4-3 Nightshade, as Cuddles almost has that beat. Autumn with the Deadeye. Oh, but that's not good for Nightshade though. Prism down early, very early.
The Nightshade emotes in chat fueling this defense, but Ice Monta finds Cuddles. Twins Bomb isn't going to be able to do the same. Ice Monta finds the enemy Diva. That's a Diva diff. As Emerald finds Sapphire in the back line now, it looks like Chargers Blue could be looking to capture this point and give us the maximum amount of Overwatch potentially. Prism's going to try to stall this out, but looks like Charger Blue just wants more Overwatch, and I can't really argue with him there.
Yeah, the beat from Cuddles only got herself with the beat. It's not going to be enough as she quickly goes down. Following Twin, Suspect not going to be able to touch the point as he goes down. And now this game is going the distance. Round 3 now on Oasis, map 5.
We get the whole thing. You guys came to see some Overwatch. You followed, you subbed, and you stayed around, and you're going to get what you came for. We're going to the last map of Oasis. This is a heavy brawl map. Both teams taking their own unique composition onto it. Let's see what they can do here.
Yep, the McCree May, it looks like, from both sides. The mirror comps, with the exception of Twin on the Zarya. We'll see if that's what they actually roll out on, though. Most likely, considering this is just the heaviest brawl map of the 3 on Oasis. And, yep, the mirrors, with the exception of the different off tanks. Now we see
the first to take point.
Yeah, Nightshade just going to the point while Charger Blue just opts to take that health pack room, but I don't think that's the best position for them. Nightshade already having that point presence, but the Immortality Field already out there from Sapphire that just goes down immediately. And the Ice Wall, MJ Reyes is isolated, but the Immortality Field is there, and now Suspect is isolated, but he kills off Emerald 37, but both takes now for 4-3 Nightshade are down, but this is still even now as Autumn trying to even it out with the pick onto Paka.
One scrappy fight. MJ Reyes got so low and then brought it back. He's at full health now, swinging on the enemy team. Both teams have their mirrors up. In this first fight, ultimates are online for both teams. This is a High Noon from Autumn and a Shatter from MJ Reyes already finding 4. MJ Reyes is insane today. And he's always insane on control as the beat comes through as well. There's a blizzard from Prism about to come out, and it's not going to get eaten, so it's going to get a lot of value. It catches 3 members of Nightshade, or of Chargers Blue, who regardless cap the opponent while Nightshade fall. Suspect Shatter is online. Let's see if he can come back with a revenge.
Those ultimates were built faster than someone would get canceled on Twitter for saying K-pop sucks. That was a scrappy fight if I've ever seen one. And now, UAH Charger Blue on the higher end, taking that point. They're up to 20% now with both DPS ults online. Along with that beat.
Couldn't have said it better myself. The shatter by Suspect gets canceled by the Maywall. I didn't even, was it his own Maywall? I don't even know anymore. Twit finds a pick on the Hallex, who darts to steamroll into this Nightshade. Could find the point here. They capture it despite the picks going in the favor of Chargers Blue, who are rolling this point out and they want to take it back. Prism stalling it out, but going down quickly as Nightshade taking their time stalling, just getting the percentage they can, and then getting out alive. There are a few members of Nightshade right now, so that's huge. They'll be able to recapture if they can get their ult combos going strong. Right now, the ults are online for Chargers Blue to defend this point. We are at the very end. There's only so much time left in this match. They have extended it match 5, but at the end of the day, one of these teams has to lose. And a big shatter from Suspect, who hits almost all of them. He's cleaning it up through the mirrors from both teams. Nightshade looking to take this point back after a massive shatter. These Ryans are trading back and forth, big knockout blows. How much longer can these guys keep at it? It's insane.
There's so many ultimate investing fights we've been seeing. It's been so crazy back and forth. Now 70% for Charger Blue as fourth Nightshade is just playing the catch-up game at this rate. Only 20% for them. They do have ultimates to work with though. The Blizzard and the beat that they can use for whatever comes their way.
It also just goes to show you how close these teams are. Another shatter from the Suspect. Point clearing.
God.
The freeze doesn't even need to be there when the shatter's that big. Autumn just clearing it up with the picks as well. That could be a play of the game candidate there. Off the huge shatter from Suspect.
4 picks from that cleanup. Very good from Autumn. Great follow-up on that Earth Shatter. And Suspect already 64 to another Earth Shatter. Twin has this grab. You could combine it with the Deadeye maybe. Now they're just gonna use it to sort of zone them out. That ice wall from Pocket. Oh my god!
They broke through the wall and Emerald didn't know, or he didn't get the Matrix when he thought he would. Now he goes down, causing Chargers Blue in the most crucial moments to lose just a little bit more time. And you hate to see it. The ultimates are coming online for both teams. Now Twit has to be careful. That grab could easily be eaten by Ice Monster, who's done it before. And there goes the freeze. Coming out from Chargers Blue. It's going to catch a couple, but there's the grab. It's not eaten by Ice Manta. And the ultimates are being traded. A mirror is out. Lamp is out. And Suspect finds yet another massive shatter. Suspect is doing this all day long, and it could be last fight if Chargers Blue isn't quick enough to get back here. Ice Manta staying on to the Diva. Maybe someone has to touch, though. They got Avi coming back. Everybody has their ultimates, so no one wants to switch.
He dies!
They're going to be able to touch. He dies, and Nightshade may have done it. Nightshade, they hold on tight in what has been the closest 4-1-3S game yet. At the end of the day, it's Nightshade taking it home. Neither team should be disappointed in themselves because this was an amazing show to watch. Nightshade versus Charger Blue, but at the end of the day, Nightshade cleans it up. They're coming home with the win, and they are 2-0, sending Chargers Blue to the middle at 1-1.
Absolutely insane game. Went the complete distance. And yeah, I'm kind of at a loss for words. That was a great match to watch.
And we still have to figure out an MVP somehow. I don't even know. I mean, there was just such stunning play from both teams. How do you even begin to break it down? There's some early candidates, obviously, the DPS picks of Autumn and Suspect coming in big when their team needed it most. And just getting a lot of round wins. And obviously, Suspect is someone to consider as well. Hawkshot, how do you break down this MVP?
Well, I'm not sure.
I can't blame you. I mean,
candidate has got to be Suspect. Honestly, he was just winning a lot of those main tank duels, just enabling his team to just do so much. And I don't know. That's probably got to be my vote. What do you think?
Yeah, he really helped his DPS out. I gotta say, it's tough because Suspect had great plays. The DPS did as well. Obviously, we saw Prism really getting creative on that May pick, and I think at the end of the day, that enabled Suspect a lot. I'm frankly just so torn between who to pick here. I don't know. Prism was canceling so many shatters and making big walls, but at the end of the day, Suspect on the Reinhardt Big shatters all day long. MJ Reyes gave him a run for his money, but I'm going to have to give the MVP to Suspect. What a great game from both teams. A really close MVP run as well. Suspect's going to get it. And what a great game it was from him. Suspect, we got you here for the MVP interview, my man. How'd you do it? Huge shatters in the clutch on Oasis when the nerves are obviously as high as they're going to be. How you feeling right now, my man?
Oh my God, yeah. I gotta say, I got my blood pumping a lot, and I was definitely yelling at good volumes in those matches.
Oh, I can imagine. I know how it feels. That, I got to say, is the closest match we've seen yet, going back and forth on maps. And there were times where it really looked like either team could begin to dominate the other one, and neither was willing to back down until the very end when Nightshade, you guys managed to clean up that point and finally take it out of Chargers' blue hands. Who would you say on your team really enabled you to hit those big shatters the most?
Who enabled me the most? I would say my DPS. The ability to create all that damage for the enemy Ryan puts him in that position that just kind of lets me get into his mental a lot easier.
And we saw Prism all day making some unique plays. I think there were some shatters canceled by Maywalls out there, and Prism even at one point putting down a blizzard and then putting their cryo so that MJ Reyes couldn't pin out of it. Really great plays from the DPS,
Yeah.
you pointed out.
Absolutely. I'd also like to shout out, of course, thank you so much, Cuddles, coming out and ringing for us. We had Ink Splash, our main support, and generally our go-to girl. Her internet died in the first map, dead.
That was unlucky.
So
That's a strong soldier
yeah.
down early.
It was definitely nerve-wracking, but I think once we took Kings Row, we were all feeling a lot more comfortable, and then we were not ready for Volskaya. I don't know if anyone else noticed, but Scythe was rubber banding across the map. He went through the map too. It was scary stuff.
Damn.
You guys pulled through thick and thin to get this win. It was a well-deserved one, and you deserve to go celebrate with your team, Suspect. Thank you so much for a great MVP interview, man. You played great. Go celebrate
thanks,
with your
guys.
team.
Good casting, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, and thanks to everyone in chat who came out, the follows, the subs, and everything. Thank you guys for watching. It really just means so much to us that you guys are here. All the links are down below if you want to check out. We have our merch store, our Discord, and all the social medias, you guys. Thank you so much for checking out another stunning 4-3 CS match. Any parting words, Hawkshaw?
I know we forgot about this one part. Do we want to go over the fixtures again? Maybe?
Of course. How could I forget? We have to go over these fixtures. We have to let everybody know what's coming up now. We do have some matches still being scheduled, but what we can tell you is who's playing who. And later this week, I know for a fact we have some exciting matches coming up. I'll be casting some of them personally. And I can't wait to see what's coming up on the block here. We have, obviously, at the top, you see 4-3 Havoc and Catalyst. That could be an exciting matchup. Havoc, arguably really close. Catalyst 3-0ing their team. So an exciting match to see for sure. New Haven Varsity versus Riot. I believe both of these teams are coming off of losses, looking to prove to the other. Same with the Potatoes versus Bad at Overwatch matchup. So I really like when you see both teams who have come off a loss. I really want to see what they're going to change from week one to come out and get a win in week two, or if they really change anything and maybe they just kind of underestimate their opponent. But Nightshade, Chargers Blue, we just saw. Great matchup. So for the first match of the week, they've set the bar high, and we have some exciting Overwatch to come for the rest of the week for sure.
And finally, we have Ascent versus WVU Mountaineers. That's also going to be a very exciting one. We'll see if either of those teams can start gaining some momentum and come off with a win in the second week.
Yeah, curious to see if anything, specifically changes for any of them, or if things stay the same and they just work on what they've used so far. Thank you guys so much. We're going to show you guys this video you've seen one last time. And I want to thank everyone once again for coming out. We had a great stream, and we were so happy to see everybody out there supporting. Thank you guys so much. And we'll see you again later in the week. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you follow so you see when that next match goes live.
Absolutely. Thank you guys. Good night.